We are live. Ken, how are you doing?
It's a great Thursday, man. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. Let's get right into the credit stuff. It is the most asked question we always get, which is that going to lower my scores?
Yeah, it's absolutely is the top question. It's the first thing that people can think about as they're trying to figure out if they want to trust us enough to provide the credit score for them.
Why? Why is this such a big deal to them?
I think a lot of times it's just people early on in understanding their credits score and what it means and the factors that influence it. And it's just that part of, man, what's the first almost word association? What's the first thing that comes to mind when we ask them about credit? Well, I don't want it. Is it going to hurt my score?
So 90% of the mortgage companies out there right now do not use what is called a soft credit pull report. So every time you speak to a lender, or 9 out of 10 times, every time you talk to them about a pre-approval, update a pre-approval, apply for a home equity line of credit, refinance, purchase, they're going to do a hard credit inquiry, and that is going to ding your credit.
Yeah, the ding to the credit isn't incredibly substantial, but it is relevant, especially if you continue to have them weeks on weeks on weeks on end. Then it can really start to have an impact in your score. But one initial hard credit inquiry, it's a minimal ding. What it's somewhere, we'll call it rounded off and say it's around 5 points.
Totally fair. 3 to 5 points.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is if you have to renew your pre-approval in this market, sometimes it's 60 days, 90 days, you're going to get dinged again if you go to a typical lender. So we start with the soft credit pull. Soft credit pull. First off, it's free. Doesn't cost you anything. Second off, it does not impact your scores at all. You do not get the 5-point ding. Third off, you get to see all 3 scores from the 3 major bureaus. And when you are ready to apply, meaning you found a home and you're ready to lock into a rate, then we transition it to a hard credit inquiry and we go forward from there. But we never do that until you're ready to move forward on an actual loan application.
So this whole soft credit report probably was one of the best ideas you've ever had. And we started doing this just over a year ago. And it has been a game changer because it's helped people relax a little bit and allow us to get the information for them. So again, the average length that we have of people that are pre-approved to purchase, we just measured that was somewhere around 4 months, where you just get started. So that's 1, 2, maybe 3 hard inquiries during that process if needed. This allows us to avoid that. Minimal impact to the score, obviously. But what I found is in the conversations up front, it lowers people's guard to be able to get the information to start taking some steps. And then the cool part is that we can update that every 30 days. Again, no cost, no credit ding. So it's really helped us coach people on the credit score improvement side of things.
Hey, I don't need a new credit pull. I use Credit Karma.
What our team say today? Credit Karma sucks. Wasn't that the response when we had in our meeting? Yeah,
I just did a TikTok. It's 20 to 30 points higher. Credit Karma will show than your actual scores. So it's somewhat irrelevant. If Credit Karma says you're 720, you could be 680, 700. That's changing the whole everything for your credit profile to apply for your home loan. You said it lowers their guard and allows you to do credit coaching. And boy, that's such a huge part of what we do prior to them actually going inside homes to look at. Tell us a little bit about the credit coaching, what happens there.
Oh, for sure. So there are loan programs where if your credit score, we'll say, is in the 600 to 620 range, you have options to get a home loan. However, in certain environments, that credit score is going to prevent your offer from maybe having an opportunity to succeed. So in all of this, our goal for people is to try and help them get their score to 700. It gives many more options and reduced costs on the mortgage side. But again, that's super relevant on credit cards, car loans, insurance rates. It's huge on all of those fronts. So yeah, that's been big because we can, in certain credit profiles, it doesn't take much work to get a 20 to 30 point, 40 point swing in the credit score in a relatively short period of time.
We have some on our YouTube channel. Down in the description, you're going to see the link to our YouTube channel. We have our credit score improvement video series that will talk all about some of the little tweaks that you can make. Some of them are super easy to make happen. But what I want everybody to understand is the soft credit pull report and the hard credit pull report, it's the exact same information.
Good point.
Except ours doesn't ding your credit score when we pull it the first time. I know that makes no sense to a lot of folks, but to get started, you start with the soft credit pull. Why would you want to get a credit ding if you don't have to?
That makes no sense. You're right.
Okay, so credit coaching, this is even on refinance transactions as well as regular purchase transactions where you're looking at the obligations on the credit report to help them do some consolidation, clean up, pay down balances, change the way they pay their credit cards, things like that.
Absolutely. And again, the stuff, it's not incredibly intricate or complicated. It's just sharing the information and awareness so that they can make adjustments, because that credit score is just so critical to everything. There's options regardless, more times than not, what your score is, but it's just super important to get that score as high as you can and keep it there. So it's just kind of an understanding of how to use credit in the right way.
All right, so down in the description, there'll be a link also where you can click to get your soft credit pull report. We'll help you with that. Please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Ken, awesome stuff today. Thank you so much.
Ditto, man. Yeah, talk to you soon. See ya.
Bye.